Clerk will close the roll.
Ayes 97, noes 1.
Ayes 97, noes 1. The bill passes.
Senate Bill 1087 is a measure to amend and reenact 3 sections of the Code of Virginia relating to election districts, requirements for precincts, remedying split precincts. Bills Board Committee for Privileges and Elections, Committee on Privileges and Elections with a substitute.
Delegate from Spotsylvania, Delegate Cole.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I move the committee substitute.
Shall the committee substitute be agreed to? All those in favor?
Mr. Speaker.
I'm sorry. Delegate from Fairfax, Delegate Sickles.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Before we vote on committee substitute, could the gentleman explain what the substitute does?
Would the delegate yield for a question?
Yield.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I apologize.
All right, Mr. Speaker, what it would do is allow the General Assembly to make technical adjustments to the districts for the sole purpose of reducing split precincts.
Further question, Mr. Speaker.
Delegate yield for another question.
I yield.
Mr. Speaker, would the gentleman tell us, would this, if he passed this bill, would his constitutional amendment then be moot?
Mr. Speaker, I would say no. What I'm trying to do is keep a vehicle alive to deal with the issue of split precincts in the event that my constitutional amendment does not pass.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. One last question.
Delegate yield for another question.
I yield.
Delegate yields.
Mr. Speaker, I'd ask the gentleman, the same senator has another bill with regard to precinct lines, and that bill is, would you agree, is not this bill?
I think that's probably
Mr. Speaker, let me reword that bill. No,
it's
okay.
magic if you can do it the other way.
That was okay. That was an easy question, Mr. Speaker. Further question. Okay.
Delegate yield for another question.
Okay. Would the gentleman indulge me and explain what the other bill does that the senator has that deals with remedying precinct lines? Just, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, point of order.
Delegate has the floor.
Mr. Speaker, would I be correct that it would not be proper to entertain questions about a piece of legislation not before us?
I withdraw the question. Mr. Speaker, I'm trying to figure out how to know what's in this bill.
Mr. Speaker.
Well,
I think Delegate Cole will yield to the question to tell you what's in the bill.
Yeah.
Delegate Cole.
I'll give further explanation if the gentleman would like. The bill that came over is, from the Senate is one that we've seen before, where it basically tells the localities that, hey, split precincts are your all's problems. You all need to make sure that you don't have any split precincts in the legislative or congressional districts. That places all the burden on the localities. I believe it is totally unworkable because localities, given the gentleman's interpretation of the Constitution, localities are not authorized to make changes to districts after the fact any more than we are. And so what you would end up, if you pass the bill as passed the Senate, you would make our elections much more expensive because you would force localities to have numerous very small precincts and voting locations in order to avoid having split precincts. So I think it would be costly and unworkable. What the substitute does, it's similar to legislation that we have passed it before that the other side has opposed, that simply authorizes the General Assembly to make changes, as we traditionally have done in the past, to reduce split precincts after the fact, and solely for the purpose of reducing split precincts. So again, I move the substitute.
On the question, Delegate Fairfax, Delegate Sickles. Would you like to speak to the substitute?
Yes, speak to the motion at the appropriate time.